I used to be skinny fat, which is why this topic means so much to me. Believe me, you do not have to wait till you're strong to start calisthenics. You just have to start with absolute confidence. By the end of this video, not only will you have the confidence to start, you'll have specific goals, a workout plan, and a clear understanding of the fundamentals that will carry you through your entire calisthenics journey. Now, let's get into it. Starting with Chapter 1, the scapula. The scapula is an important bone with attachment to several muscles, and scapular control is the main reason that calisthenic athletes are so strong. So here are the 4 main scapular movements. The first is scapular retraction, when your shoulder blades touch together. The second is scapular protraction, when you push your shoulder blades away from you. The third is going to be scapular elevation, where your shoulders are towards your ears. And lastly, scapular depression, where you unshrug your shoulders away from your ears. Mastering these 4 scapular movements are key for placing your joints in the correct spot to avoid injury or discomfort. You can best practice retraction and protraction by doing scapular push-ups. Notice how I'm keeping a straight arm posture and I'm gently letting my shoulder blades touch and pushing them away from me. If you'd like to practice scapular elevation, you can do these inverted shrugs. I'm leaning into my hands and pushing up to where my shoulders are over my ears and letting them return back to neutral. And finally, practice scapular depression with scapular pull-ups. The main focus is unshrugging my shoulders away from my ears. You can also practice scapular depression by doing static holds or presses in this position. If you have any more questions about scapular stability, leave a comment below. Moving to Chapter 2, the wrist. Family, your wrists are going to be called into play constantly throughout your calisthenics journey. Therefore, we want to keep your wrists safe and mobilized, so you need to stretch them daily. And yes, you heard me right, daily. All you need to do is start on your hands and knees and keep your arms straight. Next, simply roll your wrist around in a 360-degree motion. Do this for at least 1 minute straight. Next, you should turn them around and do the same thing. Roll them in a 360-degree motion for at least 1 minute straight. If you'd like a more in-depth wrist stretching routine, please check one of these 2 videos on my page. Chapter 3, foundational movements. There are 4 main exercises. Let's focus on the push-ups first. Push-ups are an amazing strength builder. Start by placing your hands on the ground, shoulder length. Turn your hands slightly outwards to avoid wrist pain. Take 1 step back and engage your core and squeeze your legs together. Shift your weight forward to unshrug your shoulders away from your ears. This is scapular depression. As you decline, your elbows should be tucked to at least 45 degrees, not flared. Flaring your elbows puts a lot of unnecessary stress on your shoulders and you will feel some pain. Your scapula will be fully retracted at the bottom and fully protracted at the top of the rep. So a full push-up rep should look something like this from up top. You can start your push-up training by doing wall push-ups. This is going to be great for alleviating the stress off of your joints and makes push-ups all-inclusive. As you gain strength, I want you to lower the incline, so doing something like incline push-ups and keep lowering that incline as you gain strength, until eventually you're able to do it on the ground. Push-ups are not impossible, you just need the confidence and knowledge to complete them. Next up, your hardest challenge, pull-ups. Pull-ups are the bread and butter of calisthenics. Place your hands on the bar, shoulder length. Do not cross your legs. This is a recipe for poor core engagement and uncontrolled swinging. Instead, do your best to point your toes, squeeze your legs together, and engage your core. Unshrug your shoulders away from your ears and pull up with an arched posture. This arched posture is essential for proper back activation. But if you want to learn pull-ups, you got to start with bent leg rows. Engage your core and glutes to keep that straight line and pull towards the middle or lower portion of your chest. Scapula should be retracted at the top and protracted at the bottom. And if you stick your legs out and straighten them, this is called straight leg bodyweight rows. Way more difficult. Next up is assisted pull-ups, using a resistance band to alleviate the stress off of your joints. Doing this is a great way to practice pull-ups until you can do them freestanding. Pull-ups are your new reality if you follow this guide. And for the third exercise, bodyweight dips, the second pushing pattern and one of my favorites. Don't do dips with crossed legs. Stick your feet out in front of you and squeeze them together. Lock out your arms. Unshrug your shoulders away from your ears, scapular depression. Lean forward as you decline to at least 90 degrees to be considered valid. This is a proper dip. Train for this with chair dips. Sit on a block or bench and walk 2 paces from the bench. Scoot your butt off the bench Bring your hips forward and decline until your butt touches the ground. Bent leg chair dips is the best way for anybody to start their dip training. And as you get stronger in this position, we'll do the exact same thing that we did with bodyweight rows, straightening our legs out for straight leg chair dips. As you progress forward, we're going to do assisted dips using a resistance band to alleviate the stress off of our joints from our weight. And as we gain strength in this position, we'll be able to do bodyweight dips freestanding. Bodyweight dips are an absolute must in your routine. And if you don't have parallel bars, you can use a straight bar or use a wall like I'm using outside to do these street dips. You can do dips. And finally, the final exercise is going to be squats. It's hard to beat the gains from the squat pattern. Start by standing up and keeping your legs shoulder length. Stick your hands out in front of you or behind your head. Squat down to at least 90 degrees while keeping your chest up. And remember, you should always push through your heels. If you're fearful of squats, you should use a chair, a bench, or a sofa. Chair squats are inclusive because they have that failure protection that keeps you safe while you're learning the squat pattern. Anybody can squat and you can get started at home. And as you gain strength, you'll be able to do squats regularly. A lot of power comes from your lower body, so don't skip out on leg day. If you have any questions about foundational movements, leave a comment below. Moving on to Chapter 4, the weekly workout plan. Let's pop this off with Monday, push day. We're going to start this workout with plank walks for 3 sets of 30 seconds. As you can see, I'm walking from a pike position and then going into a plank position. It looks simple, but I'm only making it look simple. This is very difficult. After you complete this exercise, we'll be primed to do our wall push-ups. We're going to do this for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. It's a great thing I went over this earlier, so you know exactly how to do wall push-ups. Following wall push-ups, we're going to do knee push-ups, and as you can see, I'm leaning into this. I'm not keeping my feet on the ground during these knee push-ups, and it's going to add some more difficulty to the push-up. Ending this push day off with hollow body holds for 3 sets, holding it as long as I can. Make sure you keep that lumbar spine pressed into the ground. Moving forward, we have Tuesday, pull day. We're actually going to start this workout with some core engagement, doing a tuck hollow body hold, again keeping that lumbar spine pressed into the ground. Moving forward to some scapular work, we'll be doing scapular pull-ups for 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Really try not to rush this exercise. Ending our pull day workout with bodyweight rows for 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. And again, we're pulling to the middle portion of our chest and having a retracted scapula at the top. And now, moving on to everybody's favorite day, leg day. We're going to pop this off with single leg calf raises, doing 3 sets of 10 reps for each side. Use a wall to help you balance just in case. Our next exercise is going to be glute bridges for 3 sets of 10 reps. At the top of the rep, your body should be straight and you'll feel this in your hamstrings a lot. Following this is going to be squats. You can't get away from them, 3 sets of 10 reps. Ending our leg day is going to be lunges, 3 sets of 5 reps for each side. And now we're on Thursday, cardio day. For this cardio day, you're going to choose a 20-minute session based off your choice of cardio, whether that's running, cycling, or jumping rope. Just don't skip. Friday, full body day. This day includes a little of everything, starting with incline push-ups for 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps. The exact same thing for chair dips for 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps. Got some leg action here doing lunges for 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps each side. And you can't forget the pull. We're going to do bodyweight rows for 3 sets of 6 to 10 reps. And finally, ending this workout with a hollow body hold, 3 sets of max holds. On Saturday and Sunday, you rest and recover. Based off your level, adjust these exercises however you'd like. On to Chapter 5, what skills are there? As you progress in calisthenics, it helps to have a goal in mind. Most people aim for skills. The main skills that people end up choosing are the handstand push-up, which was personally my first goal to learn, the planche or Maltese, which seems like the pinnacle of pushing strength. Some of these moves are just ridiculous. The front lever, which looks like you're defying gravity, a very well respected pulling skill. The human flag, which is a combination of pushing and pulling at the exact same time to defy gravity. You could also look at the 90-degree handstand push-up, which is a combination skill of many movements. Put them together and you look like you're actually levitating. The one-arm pull-up, which is seriously the pinnacle of pulling strength. Anytime I see a one-arm pull-up, it looks like AI. And last but certainly not least, the dragon squat, which is a combination of strength, mobility, and flexibility to complete this. If you'd like a more in-depth look at what skills you should learn for your first year, you should definitely check this video out on my page. Let's review. Now you know how to train scapular control, how to protect your wrist, all of the foundational movements, a full beginner-friendly weekly plan, and what skills to target as you progress. If you want more guided programs and structured progressions, you should check out my app and programs on my website. Please leave a like and comment before you go if you enjoyed this video, family. Strict form only.